Okay, we're going to go ahead and look at the next three questions on here and see where we go with it. All right, it says to use the given information to write an equation of each line, meaning they want the equation, not necessarily a final outcome. And since it's dealing with slopes, we're going to use our linear equation and we're going to get the values provided to us, work them out accordingly, and then plug them into getting our final equation. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, number 14, it says the slope is given to us as a negative 5, okay? And then we're also given the y-intercept or the y-coordinates of negative 2. Now, our linear equation is going to be y equals m times x plus b. So what we're given is our slope, which is basically the m variable, and we're given the y, which is going to be our b variable. So if we plug those in right now, it's going to be negative 5 times x plus our negative 2. And if we work that out accordingly, it's going to be y equals negative 5x minus 2. So for number 14, this is what they're looking for in reference to the equation. Now that we move on to number 15, we're giving some additional information. So number 15 is telling us that basically the slope is 1/2, and then we're given two coordinates. Now the second part of this, we're giving two coordinates. We're giving a 4 and a -1. And in algebra, we know that these are the coordinates of x and y. So now that we have some values, let's go ahead and work this in and attempt to provide our final equation accordingly. That's what they're looking for. All right, so go ahead and get started. So our linear equation is y equals m times x plus b. Now, we're given our slope, which is m, 1/2. We're giving our x-coordinate, which is 4, and we're given our y-coordinate, which is a -1, leaving us with b. But what we want to do is we want to work out the value of b to plug it back into our final equation. So we need to work these out first. So what we could do is 4 times 1/2 would be 4 over 2 plus b, which would give us 2, which we can swing around to make it -3 equals b. So that's our first value that we can use. So we can go back now up here and we can plug it in to our final y equals m times x plus b. We know that y is equal to, our slope is still 1 over 2, our x value, plus a -3, which will leave us with 2x minus 3. That would be our answer for number 15 as we work this out. Okay, so the final question is going to be the more difficult question, but that's okay. We're going to work through it. So this one gives us two coordinates, 1, 5 and 3, 11. Now we're going to still need to put this into our linear equation as it's asking us to do so, but we're going to have to find the slope for this one prior to providing the linear equation. So in order to do that, we're going to end up using the slope formula, which is basically m equals, as you see, y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Now, that's what we know to do. Now, the two coordinates provided to us is a 1 and a 5 and a 3 and 11. which is our x and y coordinates accordingly. So we have our x1, x2, and y1, y2. So we just need to plug those into the formula and work that out to provide us the slope. So let's go ahead and do that. So we basically are saying y2 and y1, and we are also saying x2 and x1. Work these out, we get 6 over 2, which will end up to be 3. So our slope is equal to 3. That's our first part of it. Now we have our slope and we have our xy coordinates. We can move this into a linear equation per se and work those out to find b. Now in order to do that, we can use either one, but for this demonstration I'll use both. So our formula again is y equals m times x plus b, and we're looking for b now because we want y equals as our final outcome. So in order to do that, let's go ahead and use both of these. So the first one is basically saying 5 equals our slope is 3 times our x value of 1 plus b. And our second one that we're going to demonstrate with, our y value is 11 equals, again our slope is 3 times the x value plus b. Now if we work both these out, we should come with the same answer. So 5 is equal to 3 plus b, swing this around, and you have 2 equals b. Over here, 11 is equal to 3 times 3 is 9 plus b. Swing this around, and you basically have 9 equals 11 minus 9, which is our 2, equals b. Same answer. Now here's where it gets a little bit tricky. We know that it's y equals mx plus b. So initially you're thinking that, okay, so b is 2, slope is 3. That should be my answer. But actually that's inaccurate, and here's why. You're looking at b on this side of the fence as 2, but b is here. We need to swing this over to make it b equals minus 2. So the proper way, y equals 3x minus 2. That is the equation it's looking for number 16. It's a bit tricky.